Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and today I will be talking about the time that I tried to steal 10 grams of weed. So let's get into it. And obviously we're going tilted. Anyway though, so this was back in like, I think February, but to be honest I barely even remember. But what happened was I was, this is back in the good old weed days, before I stopped, but I was at my friend's house, and my friend doesn't like smoke near his house, but he has other friends in the neighborhood, and he usually goes to their house, and then they have like a little shed behind their house that they go to smoke in. But we were so yeah, that's where we usually go to smoke. But today we were well, not today, but that day we were out there, and then we went back like we were out on the porch, like we went back down to the porch, and we were chilling out there smoking. And then, you know, your boy, I was like high as fuck, and there was this girl that I was into at the time. I still really like her, but the thing is, I'm moving. I already moved, so obviously there's no point in trying, considering I live like God knows how far away from her. But I was really into her, and I was trying very hard to get with her. And she had never smoked before, and she wanted to, so I was asking everybody if they could like give me any weed that day, because I was like, bro, I need like a 0.5, because she had never smoked, so I was like, a 0.5 will be enough for her. She doesn't know how the fuck, like, she doesn't have any tolerance. So yeah, I asked. There were, let me see, how many kids there? There were like fucking like 6, and I asked like all of them for weed, and nobody was willing to give me any. And then, well, actually, at one point there, one kid was like about to give me like a little ass bag, and there was like a fucking 0.3 in there. Like, it was very little weed. It was like barely anything. But, you know, she was a noob, so she probably would have got her high. But I was high, so I wasn't thinking, and I was like, can I get a little more? And he started like thinking about if he wanted to even give me that, and like even a little 0.3 in the first place. And then after like, I don't even fucking know how long, but after a while he just decided not even to give me not to give me anything. And then I got kind of pissed off, because I was like, okay bro, I need a fucking 0.5. But then there's people. Fuck you. Yeah, anyway though, then the young men, one of the guys that I was with, he got a sack, and his sack was like 10 fucking grams of weed. It was like, which is $100 worth, in Georgia, where I lived. What's this guy gonna do? Yeah, $100 worth of weed, and I asked him for a fucking 0.5. He had $100 worth, and I asked him for 5, and my gun's so much more. That's great. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. He had $100 worth, and I asked him for 5, and he said no, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? So at this point I was like, bro, I have feelings for this girl. I really want to fucking, but I'm trying to get $5 worth of weed, and nobody's fucking sharing. I'm just gonna fucking take it. So that kid had a sack, and he smoked a blunt with us, which is like a 0.5. So he was pretty, well, it was like a 1 gram blunt actually, so he was pretty high. And then while we were just sitting on the porch talking and shit, he looked the other way, and I literally stuck my hand in his pocket and took the weed out. I took the whole sack out, okay? I was only gonna take like a 0.5 out. I mean, my measurement was pretty off back then, so actually, when I took it out, it ended up being like a fucking 1.5, but I didn't really know that at the time, because my measurement, like actually looking at weed and telling how much it was way off back then. But so yeah, another person's coming. Oh god. There's no fucking way. Anyway, my measurement was way off. So yeah, I took the sack, put it in my pocket. Then I needed something to like put the weed in, because I knew it would smell very badly if I just left it like in my pocket, and you know, my dad would have fucking killed me. So I was like, let me be smart, let me find something to contain it in, and I found a Rello pack. Because, you know, if people smoke weed all the time, there's gonna be Rello packs all over the fucking place, because that's what they wrap the blunts in. So I picked one up, and then I like I left for like a second, and they're like, "Where you going?" I was like, "Oh, I'll be back in a second." And they were like already suspicious because they were like, "Why did you take an empty Relo pack?" Because there was nothing in it. Like it was just what the fuck. Yeah, there was nothing in it, so they were like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" Anyway, I walked like around the corner to like one house over, and then I took like a little weed out and put it in the fucking Relo pack, and then put the Relo pack in my pocket, and then the rest of the sack in a different pocket. Then I went back to the house, and they were like, "What the fuck did you just do?" And I was like, "Nothing." And they were like, they knew something was up, but they didn't know what was happening. Then the kid started looking for the weed so we could roll another blunt. Like, he was looking for his sack, and he was like, "Where is it?" Then he went inside and started looking for it and shit. I was like trying to put it back in his pocket, but every time I kept trying, he would like, you know, I was fucking tripping. I was like scared that he was gonna see me, but like I really could have just put it back in his pocket without him noticing. He probably would have thought I was trying to take it out, and he wouldn't have noticed any weed was gone because it was like fucking 10 grams. But anyway, so I had the whole fucking sack on me, and and he came out and he was like, "Bro, where's my sack?" I was like, "I don't have it. What the fuck?" And he's like, "I know you fucking have it." To this day, I still don't know how he knew I had. Probably because I was like acting suspect, you know, leaving with and taking a Relo pack. That was probably what gave me away. But yeah, I was like, "Bro, I don't fucking have it." And he's like, "I know you have it. Stop lying." I was like, "Bro, I don't have it." Then he told me to empty out all my pockets, and they were high, so my trick worked. But what I ended up doing was I had I had the sack in the same pocket as my phone. And I'm gonna die right now. I guarantee I'm gonna die right now. I had the sack in the same pocket as my phone. And when I pulled out the sack, wow. When I pulled out the sack, I had my phone in front of it, so the sack was behind it, so they couldn't even see it. And they were like, "Okay, so it was that in that pocket," and then they kept searching. And then when they looked in the Relo pack, there was like a 1.5 in it, and they were like, "This is the same weed as the rest of the sack." So then I was 100% fucked. But then so then they started checking my pockets again, and then they found the rest of the sack, and then gave it back to the kid. And I was like, "Well, none of y'all wanted to give me a fucking 0.5, so I was just gonna take it." And they were like, "Bro, what the fuck? You just stole my weed." I was like, blah, blah, blah. It was just bullshit for like 10 minutes. And then they went inside, and then my friend's brother was like pissed off, and he was like about to beat my ass. So then I just left. And yeah, then I came back like an hour later, and I creeped my way inside because he leaves his door unlocked. And I was trying to see if he was like actually mad, and it turned out he was, because when I went inside, I opened the door a little bit, and some of the kids were like, "Bro, he's inside the house right now." And then the kid like got up and he was like, "Get the fuck out of my house!" And then I started like running. So yeah, that was fun. But then a few months later, like I ended up just going back, and he was like, "Don't do that shit again." And yeah, and then we're cool now. Well, sort of, because I moved, but you know, we were on good terms when I left, and I smoked with them like thousands of times after that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.